All right, so today we're diving deep into something pretty fascinating, the career of Stonebwoy.
Oh, yeah.
This Ghanaian artist who has racked up something like 54 awards.
Yeah, and counting, too.
Yeah, and counting.
I mean, that's a lot.
It is. And, our listeners are always looking for these insights into, figures who have really made an impact.
Yeah.
And I think Stonebwoy's journey, from Ashaiman all the way to global recognition is a pretty compelling story.
Absolutely. I mean, it really is about more than just the number of awards, right?
Right.
It's about what they tell us about how he's evolved as an artist.
Absolutely. And the scope of his influence.
Yeah. That reach.
So let's trace this evolution.
All right, let's do it.
Starting with what we're calling, the rise, roughly between 2015 and 2017.
All right.
Now 2015 feels like a huge turning point because that's when he snagged that BET award for Best International Act.
Oh, yeah. Big moment.
What was the ripple effect of that win for Ghanaian music as a whole?
Well, that BET win, it was more than just a personal victory, right?
Right.
It really put Ghanaian music on the map globally.
Okay.
Like it signaled to the world that there was this new wave of talent coming out of Ghana.
It opened doors
Exactly.
for other artists from the region.
Yeah, it was huge for Ghana.
Huge. And in that same year, he cleaned up at the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, the VGMAs.
Oh, yeah, the VGMA.
Artists of the Year, Reggae Dancehall Artists of the Year.
Yeah.
He also won at the Foresight Music Awards and the All Africa Music Awards.
Wow, he was unstoppable.
Right. So beyond the individual wins, what does that consistent recognition by his own, local industry say about his artistic growth?
Right.
And his relevance within Ghana?
Well, those early wins across the board
Yeah.
really show how strongly he connected with his home audience.
Okay.
They validated the direction he was taking his music, both in mainstream categories and within the reggae dancehall scene.
Okay.
So, it solidified his foundation in Ghana.
So it was like a launch pad in a way.
Exactly.
And that momentum didn't fade at all. He kept winning, the International Reggae and World Music Awards, the IRAMES, Ghana Music Awards UK in 2016 and 2017. He even got another BET nomination in 2017.
Another one.
So what does that tell us about his staying power on an international level?
I think it really underscores his ability to, break through those geographical barriers and stay relevant on this global stage.
Right.
Which is not easy.
It's a very competitive landscape.
It is incredibly competitive. And it really shows he was building a solid international fan base.
Okay.
I mean, people were really taking notice.
So then we get into this period we're calling global vibes from like 2018 to 2021.
Right.
And here we see just how diverse his impact is.
Yeah.
I mean, he even won a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award in 2018.
A Kids' Choice Award?
Right.
That's amazing.
What's the significance of getting an award like that?
Well, it shows he's not just appealing to music fans.
Yeah.
He's connecting with a much younger audience. It broadens his cultural footprint in a way that goes beyond dedicated music listeners.
So it's expanding his reach.
Exactly.
But at the same time, he's maintaining his dominance in his genre. He was at the 3 Music Awards, still a Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year at the VGMAs in 2018.
Yeah.
How crucial is that continued genre-specific recognition as an artist evolves and starts reaching these new audiences?
I think it's vital for his credibility.
Okay.
It shows he's staying true to his roots.
Yeah.
Even as he grows, he doesn't alienate that core fan base.
Right. The people who were there from the beginning.
Exactly. Those are his foundations.
So the international awards keep rolling, and, AfroSound in 2019 and 2020.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, his album Anloga Junction wins Album of the Year at the 3 Music Awards.
Anloga Junction, what a great album.
And Putuu Freestyle goes viral Song of the Year.
Oh, yeah, Putuu.
What did that Anloga Junction win say about his artistic maturity, and what does the impact of Putuu say about his connection with the audience at that point?
Well, Anloga Junction, it showcased this more mature artistic vision.
Okay.
More expansive.
Yeah.
Like he was really growing as an artist.
Correct.
And Putuu, that viral success, it showed how in tune he was with popular culture.
Yeah.
And his ability to connect with audiences in these new digital ways.
Okay.
It was a different kind of engagement.
So then we reach what feels like a peak, the crown year, from 2022 to 2024.
The crown year, I like.
2022, he wins 5 more VGMAs.
Wow.
Including Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year and Best Collaboration for Enjoyment Minister.
That's a great track.
Then 2024 is incredible 7 VGMA wins.
7.
Artist of the Year, Collaboration of the Year for Liquor, and Record of the Year for Minadzi with Angelique Kidjo.
Oh yeah, that collaboration was amazing.
What does that Artist of the Year win specifically signify within the context of his whole career?
I mean, that's the highest recognition you can get, right? Yeah. From your peers in the Ghanaian music industry.
Right.
It's not just about genre excellence, it's about overall achievement.
It's about impact.
Yeah, across the whole musical landscape.
And 2024 wasn't just about the VGMAs.
No.
He wins Africa Man of the Year in music at the EMY Africa Awards.
Right.
Tons of accolades at the Ghana Entertainment Awards, USA Ghana Music Awards, Europe 3 Music Awards, Ghana Music Awards, UK, another IRAMA.
He was everywhere.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, it is.
What's the big takeaway from this incredible concentration of awards, all in a single year?
I think it shows he's become a global icon.
Right.
You know, recognized across Africa, Europe, the US.
Yeah.
This is the peak of his career, validated by all these different bodies.
So these 54 awards, they're clearly more than just trophies, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, for someone like you who's trying to understand what makes someone truly impactful, what's the message here?
They represent his consistency, his dedication to his craft.
Okay.
This deep connection with his audience, both locally and globally. Yeah. His impact on African music is undeniable.
Okay.
And it all speaks to his hard work and his message that resonates with so many people.
And he's talked about wanting to build a movement through his music, right?
He has.
So it feels like these awards are kind of markers on that journey.
Absolutely. They're milestones.
Yeah.
Showing the progress of that movement.
Right.
You know, the innovation and the cultural influence.
So if you're trying to understand what a truly impactful figure in African music looks like,
yeah,
Stonebwoy's journey, as evidenced by this impressive collection of awards, offers a powerful example.
I agree. It really does.
Of sustained success and this really broad influence.
You know, this level of consistent and widespread recognition, it makes you think.
Yeah.
How does this kind of validation shape an artist's legacy?
Interesting.
And how does it change our understanding of artistic impact in a world that's so interconnected?
A world where boundaries are blurred.
Exactly.
That's a great question to leave our listeners with.
Yeah, I hope they ponder that one.
Food for thought.
Definitely.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the career of Stonebwoy.
It's been a pleasure.
It really has.
He's an amazing artist.
Absolutely. And we'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.
See you then.